Hi traders, my name is Duncan Cooper and I'm a Senior Market Strategist and Trading Mentor at AUDJPY Securities. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the key trading levels for the week ahead for the pairs the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar to the US dollar, the euro to the Japanese yen, the euro to the US dollar, the pound to the Japanese yen and the pound to the US dollar. So let's get into the first pair. Hi traders, hope you had a great trading week. I'm on the Aussie yen daily chart, got my monthly, weekly, daily support and resistance levels all drawn in. They're referenced in the description below. I'll just discuss the levels closest to price action. Now, last week the Aussie yen did decline. It was rather consolidatory, but did finish with a very negative weekly close. And we moved below 93.06 day support. So next week, looking for a challenge of 92.12 day support for a move down to test 91.41 weekly support, and we could move down to challenge 90.51 monthly support down here. Of course, 92.12 at the start of the week could hold as support for a move back up to retest the 93.06 level before maybe then having a go at moving below 92.12. So at the start of the week, key level to watch is 92.12. Does that break for a move down, or are we going to see some form of consolidation back up to 93.06 before then a move down below 92.12? Alright traders, onto the Aussie dollar daily chart. Now this was as well rather consolidatory, but it did finish very negative on the close for the week, trading down to 63.63 day support. So this will be the key level to watch next week. Does this level break at the start of the week for a move down to challenge weekly support 62.84 and monthly support at 62.47? And ultimately, can we move down to challenge the 6200 level? Of course, at the beginning of the week, 63.63 could hold, and we could see a movement back up to the high of last week and challenge 65.47. This is rather consolidatory, so we may just remain in consolidation. So two levels to watch. At the start of the week, does 63.63 break as support for a move down to test weekly, monthly support, or do we simply hold consolidation and trade back up to challenge at 65.47? Okay, moving on to Euro Yen. Now had a lovely failure last week at the 14400 level, 144.03 daily resistance here, and we moved down and we closed below, broke below and closed below this level of support. Now potential resistance at 142.31 from support and resistance here. So at the start of the week we could come back up and retest this level. Does that level hold as resistance now, 142.31, for a move back down the range to test 138.68 daily support? Okay, of course we could break back above 142.31 and we could see a further challenge of the 14400 level, and price could once more fail there or move higher. But at the start of the week, key level to watch is 142.31. Does that now hold as resistance for a move down to test 138.68 day support? Alright traders, Euro dollar day chart. Now we had a nice movement back up to retest weekly resistance. That held, and then we sold off for the rest of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way down, closing on the low of the week. So next week I'm expecting a potential move down to re-challenge monthly support at 95.99. So these levels here are old weekly support from back in time. Don't know whether these levels are going to do anything for the market. I think the market will probably just look to retest monthly support, but at the start of the week we could come back up and test broken daily support being resistance once more here at 98.64 before a move down to challenge monthly support 95.99, and we could come down and challenge last month's low, day support here at 95.36. Very positive job figures from the US on Friday, so US dollar strength coming straight back into the market, expecting a further decline there on the euro dollar to challenge monthly support at 95.99. Alright traders, on to the pound crosses, the more volatile pairs at the moment. So ultimately, like all the other pairs, we failed the rally and we moved back below 162.73, which was daily resistance, but we moved above it and then back below it, and we traded down, closed on day support 160.66 at the end of the week. Closed down at the low of the week. Are we simply going to break at the start of the week 160.66 and see price action move below 159.44 weekly support for a further move back down the range? Okay, of course at the start of the week 160.66 could hold for a movement back up to retest 162.73. Does that hold then as resistance for a move down through the week? So at the start of the week, does support break for a move back down the range? Okay traders, last pair to review for the weekend, pound dollar. Now it really had a almost perfect failure at the 114.09 monthly resistance level. This is a long-term major monthly support level that got broken last month. It did trade up almost to the 11500 level, but ultimately it's a retest and fail on broken monthly support at 114.09, finishing at the low of the week. Now I don't know whether we can trade down and retest 104.63 monthly support next week. Of course it could get down there, but it might take a couple of weeks to get down to that level this time. So we could see next week a retest of 113.50 and then a continued decline. Of course next week we might not rally, we could just simply keep selling off, but if you're not in this pair, just look for the potential of a rally back up to 113.50. Does that level hold and fail for a further decline? Ultimately I just think we will be selling off at a very negative close for the week at the low of the week. Potentially we're moving all the way back down to retest 104.63, the major all-time low that was on the pound dollar, and we could obviously move below that level to retest the low of last month at 103.00. Alright, so the pound crosses still very volatile, and we may be seeing much more downside potential on those pairs. Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. If you want to keep up to date with my analysis, simply subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time. Now if you'd like to follow my forex trading analysis throughout the week, why not subscribe to the ACY Securities live interactive trading feed Telegram channel. Simply contact Nathan Bray at acy.com to get access.